Today, I'm going to talk about how to stop over-explaining. Now, over-explaining is when we end up giving excessive details or unnecessary information when we're explaining something or when we're sharing something with another person. We usually end up repeating ourselves or elaborating more than we need to. Now, over-explaining typically happens when we're either highly anxious or insecure, especially about being misunderstood. It could also happen if we have people-pleasing habits or tendencies. We find ourselves wanting to avoid conflict or gain approval all the time. And it also happens when we have trauma or when we have past experiences where we felt unheard or where we constantly had to justify or to defend ourselves. Now, what we're really trying to do when we over-explain is we're trying to control how the other person reacts. We might be scared they'll be hurt, or maybe that they'll be disappointed, or even angry. So we try to fully explain everything that we can to try to avoid that reaction. Now, it's important to note here that when we have experienced trauma from being shamed or from growing up in a reactive home, the stress response that we're having in these moments in our body is really real. You might even notice that you go into this over-explaining mode and you feel like you almost can't control it. And that's reality. It's because your nervous system is activated. And afterward, you might end up feeling like, oh gosh, why did I just say all of that? During you saying all of that, you might even notice that the other person is kind of checking out or maybe even starting to get uncomfortable. And yet you can't seem to stop yourself. So here's the thing. Breaking the habit of over-explaining is one of the best ways to improve your confidence. Even take a moment now. Think about someone you know or have heard of who just projects confidence. Think about and notice, how do they speak? You likely notice that they're giving thoughtful, concise answers. They're not going on and on. They are direct, they are clear. And this allows the other person that they're speaking to feel at ease around them. So here are 3 steps that you can begin to practice to break your own habit of over-explaining. The first step is you want to practice short answers. Let's say someone compliments what you're wearing and you say, oh gosh, it's not that nice. It's so wrinkled. Oh, this old thing, I got it for sale years ago. You're going to notice that tendency, and then you're going to pause and you're going to practice a short, concise answer. It can be as simple as, thank you, or thanks, I love what you're wearing too. As much as you can practice, maybe even beforehand, write some short, quick answers. Because the more you pause and break the habit of that impulsive response to keep going, the more you give yourself an opportunity to communicate differently. The second step to break a habit of over-explaining is you want to break any habits of assuming another person's feelings. So let's say you're getting ready to turn down someone's invite, and you really believe that turning down this invite is going to upset them. So as you're turning down the invite, maybe you're explaining all of the reasons why you can't come, and they end up feeling maybe overwhelmed. Because here's the thing, you don't really, and you can't predict how people are going to feel about anything. They might actually feel completely fine and understand that why you can't make it. A lot of people do and can understand. But a lot of the time we end up over-explaining because we've already made so many assumptions that they're going to be upset, disappointed, angry, that we think that we have to meet these person's assumptions with explanations, assumptions that they might not even be having. Because the truth is, those assumptions are our own assumptions. A lot of the times, haven't even crossed their mind at all. And then the third step to breaking habits of over-explaining is you want to get comfortable feeling different. And what do I mean by that? At first, you're going to feel really awkward. You're going to be more concise and clear, and you might start to feel like you're being rude or mean. Know that this is a natural part of changing. It feels awkward, unfamiliar when we do something new. So it might feel awkward or uncomfortable before you start to feel more and more confident. And trust me, The more you practice and the more comfortable you get feeling differently, the more over time you will build that confidence. So practice these steps if you want to break free of your own pattern of over-explaining. And I'd love to hear from you over-explainers out there. When is it that you notice yourself over-explaining the most? Leave it in the comments below.